Yo guys, Floopes 900 here. So, going to be going over my pickups for December 2018. I know you can't see it really well, but I have my Kingdom Hearts shirt on, and then the beanie that is like, God, I got this thing's like, I don't know, I think I got it 3 years ago or something. It's been a while, But anyway, yeah, so, Merry Christmas. I know that's late, but Merry Christmas. Hope you all had a great Christmas, and yeah, let's get on to some games. I have 3 digital games to mention. Those will be at the very end, though. I don't like talking about them like mixed in because, for one, I can't edit this yet. Like, I don't have my editing program. I don't have the money to get it, which I have a certain kind that I like. But anyway, yeah, let's just jump on in. Most of these are PS4 games. So let's go ahead and talk about the two Switch games I got. First one being Sega Genesis Classics. So I know that Sega and Atari, and now there's like a just a whole bunch of different developers and publishers are trying to do this now. But bringing classic games and putting them all into a bundle and then throwing them out in the market and be like, spend $40 and get all these games that are like 20 years old, and that's, I don't have nothing against it, obviously, because I just bought it, but it's just like, okay, like we got a PS3 version, and there's a 360 version, and a PS4 version now, and it's just like, when is this ever gonna stop? Probably not ever, but just saying. But me personally, I really have enjoyed the Switch version. I haven't really played a lot of these yet, maybe like 2 of them, which I know is crazy since there's so many, but the main one I've been focusing on is Shining Force, because I love that game, and I thought it'd just be fun on the Switch, and I was right, because it is great. And the cool part about this version, and not just Switch version, but I'm talking about like the newer version of the classics, whatever, But anyway, is there's a fast forward and a rewind button. So, if you screw something up, you can rewind the game, and then, if you just want to go faster, you can fast forward. And while, that does take away from some of the game's charm, of, just like Shining Force being traditional turn-based, well, strategy turn-based, But, anyway, one thing I found myself doing was I was fast-forwarding through these like enemies moving around and things like that. I was fast forwarding through all that, so I didn't have to deal with it. And while the music also fast forward and I couldn't really listen to it and enjoy it, it was also kind of like, I don't have to sit here and do this. It made grinding faster for me, which I liked that. I thought it was kind of cool. So that was a neat feature. Nothing to say about the other games. I haven't really played that many, like I said. The other one I tried was Ristar, because I thought Ristar, whatever. I thought, I always enjoyed that game, so I thought, maybe, just give it a shot real quick, and, it was fun. Spend more time with it in the future. The other Switch game I got was Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which should be, no surprise, because it's freaking Smash Brothers. Haven't played this as much as I want to. It just hasn't happened because of some other games I'm going to be showing. I'll be talking about that, but I do love it, and it is great. I am doing, I am playing through the World of Light, and it's pretty cool. I think it's probably, keep in mind, I didn't play Brawl, never. I played it like a few times, but I didn't really actually, I don't remember that much about it, because it's been 10 plus years ago. Probably about 11 years. I guess I played in about 2007. But it's been a while, so I don't remember it very much at all. So far, I think this definitely has the best story mode. Nothing against any of the others. It's just, personally, I think it's cool. I think it's just, like this big adventure in a way. So yeah, good old Smash Brothers. Let us go on to the PS4 games, which there is a freaking stack of these. Starting off, and some of them, I'm just going to be honest, I haven't played some of these yet. Maybe not, I played a little bit of them, so my opinion may be brief. Resident Evil Origins Collection. I actually got this on its release back in January. I don't know, was it like January 31st or something of 2016? It was sometime in late January, 21st maybe, something like that. I can't remember now. But anyway, I got it at the same time that Life is Strange came out physically. So anyway, I couldn't get into it back then, which I know sounds crazy, but it was kind of like one of those situations where I was like, I couldn't justify having it at that moment because I don't know, it just didn't fit right. Like I was like, well, I kind of like playing the originals more, and you know, I know that's crazy, but then you know, I ended up trading it because I was like, you know what, whatever. I got pretty much all my money back, almost all of it, thanks to like some trading, some trades I did, and it was a it was like a trade offer from GameStop, and I ended up getting most of my money back that I paid for it. Like I think I may have only spent like $1 more than what I got back, which isn't that bad for a GameStop trade. But anyway, the reason I got this again was I have a friend who got into the Resident Evil series this year, and he was just really, you know, he liked this one a lot. He said it was really good, and you know, the more we talked about it, I was like, you know what, maybe I should give it another shot. And then there was like a buy two get one free deal at GameStop, which is still going on, by the way. So I was like, oh hey, you know what, let's just pick it back up, because you know, I played like 2 minutes of Resident Evil Zero. I mean, I enjoyed it. I don't know when I'm going to get around to it because I do have a lot of other games to play, but you know, I got it now. Moving on. So this is a limited run game. This is something that, if you don't know about limited run, they basically take digital only games and make physicals out of them, such as they did a Switch ukulele version, or you know, they made a physical for the Switch version, which, you know, hadn't been done, so that's awesome. But anyway, moving on. Narcosis. It is a survival horror, and you're at the sea. So like you're under the water. You're exploring the ocean. And I thought it looked really neat. I think it was only like $29.99. But anyway, you're actually in the suit, like a you know, underwater suit. But you have to like monitor your heartbeat and your heart rate, because if your heart beats too fast, then your oxygen goes down. If you don't fill up your oxygen, obviously you die. But I found that really neat because, you know, it's just like, you know, you have to monitor yourself. You have to make sure you're not moving too fast for the character, which, yeah, I guess that could be a little annoying, but you know what? I'm sure most of the people that, you know, a lot of people play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and we had to put up with that fucking shitty ass stamina meter. Nothing against Breath of the Wild, I just didn't like the stamina part of it. So, you know, if you can put up with a stamina meter from Breath of the Wild, you can put up with this. So, anyway, I've said that like 6 times. I need to stop saying so anyway. The game, you're basically trying to find your way back to the central hub of your operation, because you're underwater on an operation. You see something went wrong, and your part of your colony, or whatever you want to call it, the base, basically, it blew up, so you're like trying to find your way back to it. It looks really cool. I think, you know, I put about 15 minutes into it. I enjoyed it. I just don't know when I'm going to get around to it. It's one of those games I'm going to throw in the backlog and, you know, get back to it. Until Dawn, Rush of Blood. Okay, so I never finished the original Until Dawn. Never got around to it. It just never happened. I need to. I know that. It was, you know, pretty awesome looking game, but I just never finished it. But anyway, this was an on-rails shooter for the VR, and it was a VR exclusive. You know, I'm sure a lot of people thought, you know, am I really going to buy a VR set into this game? And I don't know how many people actually did, but I And I finally decided to pick this up, and this is Move compatible, so that's pretty cool. Some of the games that the Move is compatible for, they're not really that great. You know, Move controllers are like the motion controllers that you know, obviously they track motion. But anyway, it works really well on this because it is an on-rail shooter. You don't have to move. There's no like teleporting, which a lot of games that use the Move controllers do use teleporting. It's like, you know, you're not actually walking, you're teleporting. But anyway, it's an on-rail shooter. All you're doing is moving your hands as the cart moves. It actually works really well, and I was really pleased with what I played. I only went through one level so far. I do actually plan on playing this pretty soon because I don't think it's something. I mean, I guess it could be something I could sit down and put a lot of time into, like play consistently. But I'm also playing other games, which I'm going to be going over some of those soon. But yeah, definitely fun. Very creepy. I like the atmosphere that the game puts you into. I've always been one of those people that, I mean, I've never been to like a really big amusement park. I've went to like the fairs around here, and they're not that great around my town. I mean, they're okay, but you know, not like terrific or anything. So I've always thought like, you know, a haunt or a more of like a like a Walt Disney kind of thing, like a theme park, and be like, you know, all dark and creepy at night, and it's just, you know, it gives me that vibe, and I kind of really like it. I think it's interesting. I like I just like it, period. I think it's kind of fun. Now, would I buy a VR headset just for it? No, because VR sets are expensive. I do understand why people don't want to jump in on buying them. I get that, but, you know. Moving on. Oh, here's a game that I actually have put a lot of time into. Well, not a lot of time. Probably a good hour, maybe? The Persistence. It's another VR-only game. And you're basically on a spaceship that has been messed up thanks to being next to a black hole. Most of the crew are dead. You have been revived, actually. Someone has taken, and this is actually kind of cool, it's a roguelike game, but someone took the stem cells from your body and implanted them into another body. So when you're revived, you're in a different body, but you have the same mind. That, you know, you're basically the same person spiritually, if you want to, you know, go that route, spiritually, but physically you're a different body, which I found kind of be interesting. Which actually is better than what I was expecting, because they mentioned it was roguelike, and I was like, oh, so the protagonist isn't going to really matter, you know what I mean, like a roguelike game. Like, think of like Zombie U, where whenever you die, you just got this different person, and you didn't really matter that much. You were just a survivor at that point. You know, this character actually has a voice, and she communicates, and, you know, she has a name, she has a history. And it's one of those like, oh, hey, this is actually kind of cool, because you can harvest, like, it's like a cloning system. You see, the system, or the system, starts cloning itself. Like, it clones bodies, but they have no sim, so they're soulless, basically. So they're more or less zombies, I guess, if you want to call them that. It's a little, they don't really have a name right now, but, anyway, I thought it was kind of cool, because you can actually harvest the stem cells if you creep up on them. You can harvest their stem cells and actually upgrade your future reincarnations to have a better health and better this, and it's actually really cool. I was pleased with that. And then you also have weapon upgrades and that type of thing. And I just, you know, it's better than what I thought it was going to be. I got the game because it was a horror game, and, you know, it looked very creepy, very Dead Space-like, almost. You know, not exactly, but, you know, spaceship in space, damaged, dark corridors. I was like, you know, in VR, this is probably going to be kind of fun. And then when I found out, you know, that your protagonist actually is someone, they're not just generic, it was like, oh, hey, this is actually really neat. So, yeah, been having a lot of fun with that, putting quite a bit of time into it. Every time I do die, I don't feel like, it's not like, oh, hey, I'm set back. It's, oh, hey, I still have all of my upgrade chips and all this and all that. It's like, you know, I'm just starting over. It wasn't that, I don't feel like it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. Moving on. Astrobot. This is another game that I just, it wasn't really looking at it that much whenever I got my VR set. It was, the VR actually does have quite a few games. But anyway, Astrobot is an amazing platformer. I got it from a friend for my birthday, and I have to say it is just terrific. If you own a VR and you do not have Astrobot, this is something you need to look into, because it is one of the best platformers this system has on it. And you're just, you actually, I mean, you feel in the game. You're not only controlling Astrobot, but that's not the thing. He's, you're controlling the little robot, and there's like things that you have to do too, because you're in the game. So you are kind of the camera. Like, there is no right joystick like normally that moves the camera around. No, not in this game. You have to, like, for instance, the second level. Yes, the second level this happened. So I'm on this platform and I jump over here. Sorry, not. You can't see very well, but I'm over here, right? And I'm sitting here, and then there's like this wall right here. Okay, wait, better invitation. Imagine I'm here, and I'm, from me to here was the jump, and then over here there's a wall, but there's also a ledge. But to see that ledge, you have to like actually peer over. I know I did that on screen, but whatever. You actually have to peer over at, like, peek around the corner to see the ledge. I found that to be really cool. It's like, oh hey, I am the camera, and it has a lot of moments like that in the game, where you have to make yourself look for the solution. I feel like that's really cool. It was neat. I think I'm on World 3, Level 2. I haven't played it for the last little bit because there's so many games I got this month. I'm just kind of jumping around at everything, trying to figure out, which one am I going to stick with, which am I going to throw in a backlog, which one can I play every now and then and just be happy with that. Like, Until Dawn, like, going through one level every so often actually feels kind of refreshing. Like, it breaks up the monotony of the games I am playing. Moving on, though, because, oh my god, I have talked so much this video. Moss. So Moss was one of the games I really wanted for VR. I thought it looked so awesome, and I played a demo and loved it. So I was like, I gotta go get it. So I did, and yeah, it's just wonderful. I have already beaten it. It was a fun ride, about a 5.5 to 6 hour game. But that's not going through and getting all the collectibles and doing all that. I'm only about 3 trophies away from the platinum. I want to get back to it later to do that. It is a fun ride, and I have looked into it, and there is a second game coming for Moss. Now, if that's going to be a separate thing that we're going to have to purchase, or it's an add-on, or, I don't know how that's going to be. But I think it's really awesome because the story was great, and it stuck with me because I thought it was, there was a lot of platforming, but, some of the battles were kind of fun. So it was, overall just a really fun game, and I do recommend getting it if you have a VR. Which I'm sure, if you have a VR, you probably already have Astrobot and Moss, because they are 2 very acclaimed games right now. Bloodborne. Got this from a buy 2 get 1 free. Had a lot of people actually, say, hey, you need to get this. You need to check out this. And, I knew it's, it's from, it runs the same lines as Dark Souls. So I was like, oh, hey, I'm going to punish the hell out of myself for playing this. But whatever. So I did pick that up. I haven't really played much. Probably about a minute. I like the controls. They were tight, but I don't know anything else other than that. Tetris Effect. Okay, so I'm not really the biggest Tetris fan. I mean, I like it. I think as I've gotten older, that Tetris has become... I've liked Tetris more, because it is a very fun... puzzle game, and I've started liking puzzle games more overall over the years. Like, I dabbled with them in the past, but I never really, got into them. Tetris Effect, I have really gotten into. I've sat down, I've put, I don't know, I normally don't put a lot of time into puzzle games, a game here or there, just to have a good time. But no, Tetris Effect, I've sat down and put, a good hour into at a time, and, for me, that's something, because I don't play long sessions like that with a puzzle game. But Tetris, it's like, oh no, I gotta go one more round. Like, I gotta finish this. Because there's like a journey mode, as they call it, where you have to, you're going on a journey basically, but you're going through level through level through level in like these different areas. And it's like, I don't complete it. I don't complete this one section of the area. I'm like, oh, I gotta keep going. I want to get this done. I want to see it. Because it's like, clear so many lines, and then, you start maybe at like a speed of level 7, and then it jumps to like 11, and you're like mass chaos trying to get it to work out for you, and it's just overall really awesome. I'm really pleased with Tetris Effect. Definitely recommend. It is not VR exclusive though. Keep that in mind. So if you do not have VR, you can still get this game. I'm playing in VR. I think it's an awesome experience because even though, yes, I know, you're probably sitting there going, Tetris in VR, what the hell? But it's actually really cool because you have all these like snow around you, and like, just give an example of how levels are. But there's like other ones, like there's like windmills, and you're like, you can see them all around you, and you can see the sky, and it's really nice. My personal favorites are like the ocean levels. I think those are really pretty and just really, they're relaxing and calming and very cool. But yeah, moving on. Gonna kind of throw these in together. They're not tied together. It's just I want to show something about them. Firewall 0 Hour. I have not played this yet. I'm running on a download. It is internet. You have to have internet, which I didn't know that at the time that I purchased it. But it's fine. I mean, hopefully my internet will work and I can get it downloaded and I can play, because it does look interesting. But and then there is Farpoint. So Farpoint is the game that I really wanted to play. I thought it just looked really cool. I was just really, I don't know, just something about it really got me. So I was like, but if I'm gonna play Farpoint, I gotta have that freaking gun. Like there's a aim gun for the VR that you can actually, you can move via the aim gun. You don't have to teleport. It's actually moving because you have like you have an analog stick right here, and then you have an analog stick in the gun itself, and then the trigger and all that. But anyway, the whole reason I have Firewall is because it came in a bundle for the gun. So I was like, I'm going to splurge and get the money, or I'm going to splurge and get it. So anyway, that happened. It's fun. Sorry, my cats. Okay. My cats are going to go hacking up along. Hairballs. But anyway, moving on. Not many more games to show here. I got the 3 digital games to talk about, but that will be brief. Paranormal Activity, The Lost Soul. Say what you want about the Paranormal Activity movies. I wasn't that fond of them. I did watch. I watched 4 of them. I'm kind of fond of them personally. I kind of like them. I know they, like, each entry gets worse and worse as far as like being out there, as far as supernatural boundaries go. But they're somewhat entertaining, depending on the person. The first one's definitely my favorite movie. But anyway, I just thought this would be really cool because obviously horror games in VR go toe to toe. That is like the biggest thing for VR. In my opinion, that's why I wanted one, because of horror games. Now, I'm not saying that other genres can't work in VR, because they're making them work. They're doing things, they're trying other genres, and I think it's working pretty well. But, the main reason I wanted one was horror games, because I love them. But anyway, I'm playing horror games that have, like, like super, like monsters and stuff of that sort. Just, that general area. But, this was like supernatural stuff. I'm like, oh, hey, this looks really awesome. So I've put about 5 minutes into it. The reason I haven't played more is I am still, I'm trying to figure out what I want to play right now and what I can throw in a backlog. It looks really fun. I only got 5 minutes in because the controllers are a little wacky, in my opinion. I wanted to play with the DualShock controller, because I don't like the teleporting thing. It just doesn't work for me personally. I think it's kind of waste. But anyway, so I got about 5 minutes in. The controls are kind of wacky, but I haven't even got in the house yet. I think that's when things are going to really turn out, because I've barely played. But yeah, I'm looking forward to actually spending more time. I don't know when I will, but I'm looking forward to that. The Impatient, and this is the last physical game to show, but The Impatient, another horror game that I thought looked really cool. You are in an institute, so you are, obviously being treated for something, and you actually have amnesia, which is really interesting. So you don't remember who you are, and you're getting these, you're getting treatments, and it's really odd. But there's like a butterfly effect, which if you don't know what a butterfly effect is, it's basically like in a storytelling sequence, this small little decision that you made now impacts the game later on in a huge way. And I really enjoy that because my decisions actually really matter. I think that's awesome. I'm really hyped to actually play more of it. I don't know when I'm going to get around to it because I am playing a lot of games. I'm trying to filter, like I've been saying, I'm trying to filter through. I would like to spend more time, but I'm trying to juggle all, like, other than gaming, I'm trying to juggle all this other stuff. So, so far, pretty neat. Kind of cool that they let you choose your gender. Most games, you choose your gender. You're in the story. You're a part of the story, but I don't, you don't. It doesn't feel as impactful. Like if you choose your own gender, because then the story's not written for your specific character. But in this, it actually feels more generated toward the character. Like I chose to be a female because I just wanted to, and the story actually seems like in line with the gender I chose. It's not like it works either way. Like if I chose a male, it would have worked fine. That way too. It wouldn't be so generic feeling, I guess, is what I'm going for. But yeah, it looks really interesting. Really looking forward to spending more time. Again, not sure when, but hey, maybe one of these days. Moving on to the digital games, and I'm going to keep this very brief because I don't like not showing pictures, and honestly I haven't really spent a whole lot of time on any of these. So 2 Switch games, Dragon Fang Z. I got a $20 gift card for my nephew when this game was on sale. It's like a roguelike JRPG. Seems pretty cool. Haven't really actually played it yet. So Bouncy Ball, it was a 1-cent game on the eShop. Played it, and tested it. It seems okay, kind of, yeah, but for the fact that it was a penny, and actually I didn't even spend a penny. I spent like gold coins because gold coins. But anyway, it's okay. Probably be better with a friend, And the last game was a PSVR game, which was Paper Dolls, but I've had my eye on. It's really actually kind of creepy. I only put a few minutes into it, but I just like the feeling of it. I think it's going to be kind of fun. And I'm looking forward to spending more time with that too. But so many games. But yeah, that is all for this month. I don't know what I'll be getting for January. Kind of just depends. I need to focus on some other stuff, but it's been a good month. I hope everyone else has had a good month too, and just in general, and good Christmas. So yeah, stay tuned until next time. Sorry it's taking so long to actually get a video out. I've been trying, but I've also been really sick lately, like the past I don't know, close to a week now, getting on to a week, and it just haven't really felt up to doing anything. So, even Christmas, I was sick on Christmas, so, but, that was fun. Anyway, promise to try to get better at doing videos again, like, pumping them out every week, because I do want to do that, I just haven't felt like it. So anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more videos. And, yeah, just keep it cool. Peace out.